afternoon everyone. I am Dr. Yogita Dahre from Dharampet MP Dev Memorial Science College, and today I am going to explain one of the experiment which is related to BSc CMT Organic Chemistry practical syllabus. So the aim of our experiment is identification of given organic compound, identification of given unknown organic compound. And the apparatus required for this experiment are test tubes, holder, china dish, capillary tube, burner, sodium metal piece, paraffin oil in order to detect the melting point, and thermometer. So paraffin oil and thermometer will require for detection of melting point. Then the chemicals required in these experiments, the list of chemical is quite big because we have to perform many tests, but the important thing is we have given the unknown compound, organic compound, which we don't know which compound it is. We have to make the detection of that compound. So in order to detect this compound, there are many different tests such as preliminary test, then detection of extra element. The extra element is maybe nitrogen, sulfur, halogen present into the compound. So first is preliminary test, second step will be detection of extra element, and for that detection of extra element we will prepare the sodium extract from sodium piece and our compound. Then third step will be detection of functional group. If there is any functional group present into the given organic compound, then we have to detect that also. Then there will be confirmatory test for the given compound, whether it is that particular compound is or not. So for that we have to perform the confirmatory test. And the last step will be preparation of derivative of that particular compound. And again we have to take the melting point of the identified compound, and also we have to take the melting point of the derivative of that compound. So all these are the different steps which will require for the detection or identification of the given unknown organic compound. So let's start with the first step, that is preliminary test. So preliminary test is quite simple. For that we need our compound. So this is our given unknown compound. So observe that compound. So if we observe the color, here the compound is white in color. It is clearly identified that the color of the compound is white. Then observe the nature. So this compound is crystalline in nature. So the given compound is crystalline. Right here the nature of the given compound. Then smell the compound and identify its odor. So after smelling it, it is odorless. I am observing that this compound is odorless. Then again you have to check the solubility of this compound, whether it is soluble in normal cold water or hot water. So I am going to check that, and after checking the solubility, I have added this compound into the test tube and I add cold water, and it was observed that it is soluble in cold water. It is easily soluble in cold water. There will not be any need to heat it. So this given compound is soluble in cold water. And observe the last preliminary test is action of heat, whether it burns with a sooty flame or non-sooty flame. So I am going to perform this test on the table. So observe whether this compound burns with sooty flame or non-sooty flame. So for that, make the burner on. And take some quantity of the compound and heat it. If the compound burns with sooty flame, then we can say that it is aromatic. But as you can see that the flame is not sooty. It is not given the black ashes. So this is not a sooty flame. So that's why we can identify that this is an aliphatic compound. This is not an aromatic compound. So if the compound burns with sooty flame, then we can identify that the compound will be aromatic. But our given compound will not give us the sooty flame. It is non-sooty flame. It burns with non-sooty flame. So it is confirmed that the given compound is aliphatic compound. So all these are the preliminary tests: color, nature, odor, solubility and action of tea. Now let us come to the second part, that is detection of extra element. So what are the extra element may be possible into the given compound present? So it may be quite possible that nitrogen will be present, or sulfur will be present, or X means halogen, any halogen will be present. So if we directly take the organic compound which is given, and if we make the different taste, then we will not get the proper result, or it will not give us a clear taste. So make sure that in order to get the pure taste, or make it easier, we have to first prepare the sodium extract from the given unknown organic compound. And what is the procedure for that? We will discuss this procedure later on. But what actually happened when we convert our organic compound into the sodium extract, then that organic compound will changes to ionic inorganic substance, and this ionic inorganic substance will easily give us the taste for extra element, whether the extra element like nitrogen, sulfur or halogen is present into the compound. So let us come to the point that how we can prepare the sodium extract from the given unknown organic compound. Take sodium metal into the fusion tube first. In fusion tube, add dried sodium metal, then add little bit of our unknown organic compound, and then heat it. Now how much time we have to heat it? Heat it till the fusion tube becomes red hot. Till the fusion tube becomes red hot. As the fusion tube becomes red hot, you have to enter that fusion tube. You have to enter that fusion tube into the china dish, which is already containing 15 ml of distilled water. So all these things we will perform directly on the table also. So after entering the red hot fusion tube into the china dish containing distilled water, we will get some liquid. So filter that liquid, and that will be our final sodium extract. And from that sodium extract, we will perform different tests for the element detection. Now what will happen if nitrogen is present into the given compound, then it will convert into sodium cyanide when we prepare the sodium extract. If sulfur is present into the given compound, then it will be changes into sodium sulfate, and if halogen is present into the given compound, then it will be converted into sodium halide. So due to that, it will be easy to identify the different elements, extra elements present into the organic compound. Now, let us see how we can prepare the sodium extract from the given organic compound on the table. So let us start with the preparation of sodium extract. So for this preparation, we will require sodium pieces. We have to make these pieces dry. These are the sodium pieces. Okay. Then we will require our given unknown organic compound, and also we need distilled water along with china dish. So this is the china dish, and near about 15 ml of distilled water is present in it, and we require a fusion tube. So this is the fusion tube, and it is just like capillary, but capillary tube is very thin and it is very thick. So this is a fusion tube. Now what we have to do is that first take a piece of sodium from this and make it dry. After drying it, add this sodium piece into a fusion tube. So this is our fusion tube. So I have added the sodium piece into the fusion tube. Then add our compound. So this is our given organic compound. Okay. Switch on the burner. And now always be careful while making this, because it is very dangerous. So this sodium piece is going to melt, but we want a red hot tube color. So as you get the red hot color, enter it into the distilled water and place the lid. And heat this solution for 10 to 15 minutes, and then filter it, and that will be your sodium extract, which we will use for the further taste of detection of different elements. So this is our sodium extract after boiling for 15 minutes. Now first we have to filter it, because there are some glass pieces of the fusion tube, so we have to filter it. So for that, take Whatman filter paper, and now what you have to do is that you have to make a cone of this in order to place it to the funnel, and then add your sodium extract solution, and then you will get the pure filtrate. Now this is our sodium extract, pure sodium extract, which we have prepared from our organic compound. So let's start with the test for nitrogen, whether nitrogen is present into the given compound. So for this, take a test tube, clean test tube, and now I am going to add a little bit of sodium extract into this test tube. Then add freshly prepared FeSO4. Freshly prepared FeSO4. So what will be the color change? What color should we get? We should get such type of green color. If we are getting green color, then nitrogen is present into the given compound. It is confirmed. Now again, we have to add dilute H2SO4 in this solution and heat it, boil it, and after boiling, we will get such type of Prussian blue color. So it indicates that nitrogen is present into the given organic compound. Now I am going to perform the test for amide group. So for that, take a little bit of our compound, unknown compound, organic compound, and add NaOH into this. Just heat it till the compound gets dissolved. And if you place a red litmus paper towards the mouth of this test tube, then this red litmus paper turns blue. So this red litmus paper turns blue. So it indicates that amide group is present into the given compound. So Till now we have detected that nitrogen is present into the compound and also amide group is present into the compound. Now we are performing the confirmatory test by preparing derivative for urea. So how to prepare the derivative? For that, take a compound. So add near about 0.2 gram of compound and add 1 ml of water into it. So this is 1 ml water. Then add 1 ml of concentrated nitric acid and boil it for 5 minutes. So after boiling this compound for 5 minutes, we will get such type of white precipitate of derivative of urea. So, and this precipitate is of urea nitrate. So it confirms that the given organic compound is nothing but urea. And the structure for urea, I want to show the structure for urea. The structure for urea is, here I am going to draw the structure. It is NH2 C double bond O NH2. That's why we get positive test for nitrogen, since nitrogen is present into this compound. Also this is the amide group, so that's why we get positive test for amide. And we have prepared the derivative, that is urea nitrate, which is nothing but white precipitate. So all this is about the experiment, that is identification of given unknown organic compound. And in result we will write that the given organic compound is nothing but urea.